God is a God who speaks, you know. Yeah, I remember one time I was at Pastor Paul Binion's church, and I was preaching there, and I used this very verse that you pointed out in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2, and I was talking to people there because some of them, they said God doesn't speak anymore today. You know, he's not speaking. And I go, well, do you realize if you believe that, then you make God to be no better than a dumb idol? Because in the book of Psalms, Psalm 115, Psalm 135, it speaks about idols that they have eyes but they can't see, they have ears but they can't hear, they have mouths but they can't speak. And so that's a dumb idol. I said God spoke to Adam and Eve, God spoke to Abraham, God spoke to Moses, God spoke to Joshua, God spoke to David, God spoke to Samuel, God spoke to the prophets, God spoke to Solomon. I went on and on and on and on. And then finally when Jesus came, he spoke, he was the word. God is a God who speaks, you know, and that's exactly right. That we have a God who speaks and he uses these spiritual gifts supernaturally by the Holy Spirit to speak to us. So this is a situation here where God is speaking to his people.
You're not a Christian. It's a revelatory faith. The flesh and blood has not revealed this unto you, but my Father which is in heaven. When Peter says you are the Christ. So we don't get an understanding of Jesus Christ as Lord unless we hear the voice of God through the Spirit. And from that place of hearing the voice of God, we respond in faith and we declare Jesus Christ is Lord.
You know, my sheep hear my voice, and they know me, and I know them, and they follow me. We can't even follow Jesus unless we can hear his voice, and so there's no way to even follow Jesus unless you're hearing his voice. You know, to the seven churches, each one of them, he said, hear what the Spirit of God is saying to each of the churches. So we have to hear the voice. So God is a God who speaks, and he uses these gifts to speak to